Hello, friends, and welcome to the Outrageous Art Studio. And I am so excited today to share with you something awesome that I kind of feel like the universe kind of brought into my path. But today we are going to be trying out an amazing set of fabric paints. And I've already used them to paint my beautiful ensemble that I am wearing right now. So I'm so excited to tell you all about it and where you can find it. And after this, you're going to want to paint everything in your closet because that's literally what I want to do. I want to paint everything. If you've never tried fabric painting before, like I said, it is so much fun. I think the first time I actually tried my own fabric painting was, oh gosh, it was a long time ago. And when I was teaching art in elementary school, I always wore aprons. So, like every day in art, because it would just get so messy, I would have aprons. And so I think I painted like Starry Night. And on that apron, I think I just used acrylic paint at that time. And then, I mean, it worked okay. I mean, it got more paint on it, so it didn't really matter that I was, what kind of paint I used. But, fast forward, of course, I've used puffy paints and all kinds of other types of paints. But I really feel like I have stumbled upon, like, the best fabric paint, like, ever that I've ever used in my life. So like I said, I'm super excited to share it with you today because not only did I paint one of my favorite and most cozy overalls that I love to wear, but I also painted a pair of shoes, and I love how both of them turned out, and I really think it was because of the paint that I used. So when you're doing any type of fabric painting, the materials that you're obviously going to need to use are, you're going to need to pick out what kind of clothing you're going to use. So I've seen people paint on shirts, on jeans. Jackets are really cool. Like if you have a jean jacket, painting something on the back of it, I've seen that look really amazing. But that's mostly it. I think shirts, shoes, aprons, jackets, shorts, pants. I think I've seen it all, and it's all super creative. And then obviously you're going to need fabric paint. Now, I did paint, I'm going to show you a pair of my shorts that I painted with the two of my favorite tarot cards with just acrylic paint. It didn't really work. Once you wash it, the acrylic paint kind of just washes out. It just does not look the same. I have not washed these paints yet, but I have a feeling like it's going to turn out a lot better. But I will let you know in the update after I wash these. So, and then obviously you're going to need pencils, paintbrushes, a cup of water. Most of the fabric paints that I've seen are water-based, so you can kind of mix them with water to thin them out a little bit. And I did use that with the things that I painted in this video. So water is really good. And then obviously it can get messy, so some sort of tablecloth or something to protect your surface. Cardboard works really good if you're painting something that has like where the two edges touch. You need something in between it so that when it dries, the paint doesn't actually stick together there. So I used cardboard and poster board, and that worked really, really well for me. All right, so step one is choose your material. All right, today we're going to choose a pair of pants. So I have just a pair of jeans. I don't know if you've seen some of my other videos, but I love going to the thrift store. Okay, I love like buying secondhand clothes, washing them, and then kind of like just painting them. And that is what this was. These are like my favorite overalls, the most comfortable overalls ever. And I was really worried about messing them up. I was like, oh my gosh, if I start painting on these and it looks horrible, I just messed up my favorite pair of overalls, but it turned out amazing and I absolutely love it. So, woo, don't worry about making mistakes. There are no mistakes in art, right? That I got from Hippie Crafter. We're going to take a look at those. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. And then, of course, shoes. Oh my gosh, let me grab my shoe. Shoes! Look at these. Ah, Starry Night on this side. Hold on. Wait. The Great Wave. What? All right, so these were just some shoes that I got on sale at Walmart, but I've seen some people paint on Vans and things like that. Vans would be even more cool than my Walmart shoes, but whatever. Hey, use what you got. You know what I'm saying? You can paint on anything you want. There are no rules. All right, so after you choose the material, the next step is to pick your design. And this is where I kind of get into like the mystical, magical part of this is to set an intention. And I like to communicate my identity through my clothing. So I think that everything in life, I don't know if you read the whole Marie Kondo, I've gone through my closet and I've looked at everything and I'm like, does it bring me joy? Does it make you feel happy? If it doesn't bring you joy, toss it. Like, who cares? Like, I used to feel like, well, I spent money on it. No, if I don't feel good in it and it doesn't feel comfortable on me, I'm tossing it. Like, I don't care. Like, I just throw it away. Okay, just get rid of it. So that's how I kind of judge what I'm gonna wear. And so I've also started using some color theory in my clothing. So like Tuesdays I wear red. It's a Tuesday is ruled by Mars, and Monday I wear blue because it's Moon Day or ruled by the moon. And then Sunday I try to wear yellow or gold because that is the day that's ruled by the sun. So just think about what the color means to you, what the fabric or the clothing means to you, and you can create a statement and communicate your identity through your clothing if you're going out in public. Now, a lot of times during the week, I don't even go out in public. I just, but when I am going out in public, this is what I think about. So your clothing can send out a statement and a powerful vibration of who you are as a person. So it can say that, hey, I'm a cool, crazy person, or I am a fun, nice, approachable, safe person, or, like I'm a bad B word. So, not only that, but when you actually paint or create the clothing yourself, you're even imbuing more power into your clothing. So you are really imbuing it with your self and your identity. And so this is why, like I said, I love this project. I love fabric painting. I think that it is so much fun. And if you've never done it, you at least have to try on one thing, just one thing. It doesn't matter what it is. All right, so now that you've thought about your identity, you can think about some symbols or phrases or your favorite thing, whatever it is that brings you joy and makes you most happy. You can use those symbols to communicate in your clothing. Now, the symbols that I chose for my clothing, I'm really interested in imbuing clothing and jewelry, everything, even my nails, with the power of protection and power. So I really want to, use clothing. If I'm going to wear it anyway and take the time to choose my clothing and all of that, I want to imbue it with a sense of protection and power. And so one of the symbols that I chose, especially for my overalls here, is a very ancient symbol of the evil eye. But as an artist, my shoes, I chose my favorite artist. So I am wanting to communicate my identity as an artist, and then also, I think if anyone sees this, I mean, I don't know what you might think when you first see this, like, that's a giant eyeball, you know, like, oh, that's kind of cool, or that's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't care. So the eye just symbolizes protection to me. So that's why I like that symbol, and that's why I chose that one in particular. Um, so let's give it a try. Let's try this, shall we? Um, just a little background into the evil eye. I do, if you are going to use, if you don't know what symbol to use, this is a very easy and accessible symbol that anyone can use because it's just basically a circle. I mean, but a circle is sacred. So, the evil eye is a supernatural belief in a curse brought about by a malevolent glare, usually given to a person when someone is unaware. Wow, that almost rhymes, doesn't it? So it dates back like 5,000 years ago, and many cultures still believe that receiving the evil eye glare can result in misfortune or injury. And so basically, it's just kind of like a charm. So to protect yourself from this gaze or any sort of negative energy, you can wear the evil eye as an amulet or a charm, like a necklace, a bracelet. I've seen people have it like in their car. But I thought, hey, you could paint it on clothes. So that's the symbol that I chose for this. It can also be worn as a necklace. Actually, I did make this one out of Sculpey, so I do have an evil eye necklace. Oh, I did make evil eye earrings. Evil eye everywhere. I'm just all protected. You can't touch this, okay? So basically, I will show you what I did I did like a little time lapse of my painting of my overalls and my shoes. But right now, I'm gonna flip over my camera and we are going to take a look and paint the evil eye design on some jeans that I have. These are the shorts that I painted and I repainted with the acrylic paint, and you can see here I washed it and it's fading, cracking. So I went back in with the acrylic paint and I tried to add in some of the like puffy paint that you can get from different stores and things like that, but it just still wasn't great. And then lo and behold, I got an email from this amazing company called thehippycrafter.com, and they sent me the most amazing 24 set of fabric paint. And I am not kidding, it rocked my world. Like, you can make professional, like masterpiece level things with these paints. So these are actually some jeans. These are just thrifted jeans. They're kind of not great. But I want to do the evil eye design here on the pocket, and we're going to use the Hippie Crafter professional level paints to do this. All right, so step one is to sketch out your design, and I actually used white prisma-color pencils because they just showed up so well, and I just love prisma-color pencil. But I'm guessing you could use any type of pencil. I think Prismacolor just shows up. All right, so I'm gonna sketch out my design here. And the reason why I don't think I would use Sharpie is just because the paint might not cover up the Sharpie. I don't know. And that's it. Like, that's my basic design. Now, I've seen some people like tape off their design and paint it all white first and then add the color. You don't even have to do this with these paints. And I've done this a couple different ways. So I did squeeze some out on a palette and then paint it that way, but like I felt like it was kind of wasting some of the paint. So I just take the lid off, I dip my paintbrush in, and then I paint straight from there. So I'm just gonna pick out some colors. Ooh, this is called Cold Gray. It has, this 24 pack has like silver, gold, 3 different shades of green. I haven't even used the green yet. I'm so excited. I did use the orange on my shoes. It has like a pale green. I mean, the silver, look, the metallic silver is gorgeous. It has like ultramarine blue, cobalt blue, I can't even pronounce it right now, different shades of pink and rose and maroon, and I have a feeling like these might glow in the dark. 2 titanium whites, because, you know, a lot of people do use a lot of white. I haven't used the gold yet either, so anyway, I'm just excited. So I am gonna start with the white just because it is an eyeball, and the colors do blend really well. So I'm just gonna get my paintbrush and I'm gonna dry it off here. And I'm gonna start with the white, and I am kind of looking at a reference photo. But look how the puffy paint does not do this, guys. Puffy paint does not look like this. It is super rich and opaque. The colors show up so amazingly well. I just can't even tell you. Now, if you are painting on a shirt, you will need to put something underneath the shirt, so because when the paint dries, it will kind of bleed through to the other side. I think it's all angels just walk by. Ta-da! Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Alright, so I'm going to let this dry for 24 hours, and then honestly, I want to go in once it dries and clean up these lines. Like, it definitely needs some cleaning up here, but these paints are amazing, and I highly recommend it. So I'm going to show you how I painted my apron and my shoes, and then if you don't get these paints, I don't know what to say to you. Like, you're really missing out, because these are amazing. Alright, well, have fun painting your clothes, making a statement, and warding off those evil eyes. Yay! Bye! There goes a sight from my soul.